Thank you for watching today's tutorial. This video has been created by Pre-Publication Support Service, or PREPSS. PREPSS supports researchers in publishing their findings in peer-reviewed journals. For more information about our services, please use the link provided in the description and visit our website. In this video, we will walk you through the steps of how to submit your article on ScholarOne, a commonly used electronic submission system. In this example, we will be submitting a paper to BMJ Global Health. You'll want to allow yourself at least 1 hour to complete all the steps, and keep in mind that in some cases it could take longer. To make the submission process as efficient as possible, please watch this video prior to submission and prepare your materials in advance. Please note that different journals use different electronic submission systems, and your submission might have different requirements than what's included in our example. Ensure you have familiarized yourself with the necessary materials for your submission site so you know what to prepare ahead of time. You'll also want to take some time to read through a few instructional guides provided by the online journal. For example, BMJ Global Health provides this author file upload guide that helps you understand exactly what to include in each file before uploading. BMJ also includes an author information page which contains important information around submission guidelines, data sharing, and more. One thing to look for as you're reviewing your journal's submission guidelines is whether they require authors to share their data and any other policies they may have around sharing data. We also recommend reviewing the ICMJE Preparing a Manuscript for Submission to a Medical Journal page, which includes reporting guidelines for different types of studies and information around what needs to be included in your manuscript. The information in this document will support submissions to any journal. Once you have read through these pages, you can start preparing your materials such as your cover letter and abstract so that they're ready to copy and paste over during submission. A comprehensive list of submission materials you may need has been provided on the PREPPS website. Once you are ready to submit, please go to the login page and type in your username and password. If you do not have an account, please click the Create an Account link and follow the steps. If you have previously created an account but cannot remember your password, click Reset Password and enter your email address. After you have logged in, you will be directed to the home page. Be sure to thoroughly read the information on this page before starting your submission. To submit a new manuscript, click on the Author tab in the top left of the page. If you have already started a draft, you will find it on this page. Once you are ready, please click Begin Submission. You can use the pre-fill tool to autofill information from your manuscript into the submission fields. Alternatively, you can type the data into the fields yourself. In this tutorial, we will fill the submission fields manually. Now select the type of manuscript you are submitting. Please use the provided descriptions to ensure you have selected the correct option. If you're still unsure, click the Information for Authors link and scroll to the bottom of the page where you will find more detailed descriptions. Next, type your title followed by your abstract. Preparing your abstract ahead of time and copying it from your manuscript will save you time. For information on how to write an abstract, please follow the link to the PREPPS website in the description. Moving on to your manuscript subject areas, please select the areas most relevant to your work. These will help categorize your paper so it's easier for other researchers to find it. If your article is for a special issue or supplement, please select the appropriate option in the drop-down here. If not, please skip this step. On the left, you can see your submission progress. If you need to go back to a previous step, please use the links here to navigate. Do not use the back button on your browser as your information may not be saved. Before uploading your files, please read through the instructions carefully to ensure the correct information is included in each file and the files adhere to formatting requirements. You may use the Preparing a Manuscript for Submission to a Medical Journal and Author File Upload Guide for additional guidance. Now please upload your files. BMJ requires that you supply the word count for your article, and if your paper exceeds the word count limit, you must include an explanation in your cover letter. BMJ also requires compliance to the relevant research reporting guidelines. You will need to confirm whether you have completed and uploaded the relevant checklist. If not, an explanation must be included in your cover letter. Next, please agree to the exclusive license statement and confirm if you are the sole author or signing on behalf of co-authors. Please answer the following question about your employment and agree to the statement below regarding the manuscript's publication. BMJ offers an optional transfer service which allows you to automatically submit to a secondary journal if your paper is rejected by the journal you are submitting to. You can look through the available options in the drop-down here. If you do not want your paper to be automatically transferred to another journal, please select Not Applicable in this step. Step 3 prompts you to choose keywords by searching or looking through the provided list. Like subject areas, keywords allow your paper to come up when relevant topics are being searched. On the next page, please review the information and add any additional authors, ensuring the authors appear in the same order as on your title page. If you cannot find the author using the search function, you may need to create a new co-author. If applicable, a competing interest disclosure must be included. To do this, you will need to first download the ICMJE form, which is linked on the page, and fill it out using Adobe Acrobat Reader. Secondly, you will need to include a summary statement of competing interests both in your manuscript and in the provided text box. In Step 5, you may suggest preferred reviewers. You may also list any reviewers you would rather not review your work due to a conflict of interest. Please include the reasons for your preferences in your cover letter. Your cover letter will be submitted on the next page in the text box. Make sure to read through the instructions to ensure your cover letter includes all the required information. Be sure that you have double-checked the spelling of the editor and the journal name. For further cover letter support, visit the PREPSS website linked in the description below, where you will find cover letter examples and resources. If applicable, please add any funders by typing the funders' names. You can either select from the provided list or enter the name manually. Please also include the grant/award number. Funding information must also be included in your manuscript. If your manuscript has previously been submitted to this journal, you will need to submit your manuscript ID. For the next question, specify if this article has been deposited in a dedicated preprint repository and provide the digital object identifier if applicable. Now you'll need to answer some questions about whether your paper is considered a clinical trial and provide further information if applicable. Please make sure to read through the information carefully to ensure these questions are answered accurately. Patient consent for publication and patient and public involvement are important steps, so please make sure to read through the questions carefully and use the provided links for additional policy information. If applicable, you will need to type further information into the text boxes. In the following 3 questions, you will need to provide information about human and animal participants, providing committee or board approval information in the boxes. Information about patient and public involvement must be provided here and in your manuscript. Depending on your funder, you may need to require your publisher to allow reuse of their article under a CC BY license. Now you are ready to review and submit your paper. Take as much time as you need to carefully read through your draft, using the Edit button to fix any errors. A red notice will appear at the top of the page, notifying you of any steps that have not been completed. When your manuscript is ready to submit, you must select a View Proof option before the Submit button is made available. BMJ also requires payment of an article processing charge. To make the Submit button available, you must tick the box to indicate that you acknowledge the journal policy regarding article processing charges. You must also open the Estimate Open Access Fees. After clicking Submit, do not exit out of the page or press the back button until you have received confirmation. You will shortly receive an email with your submission number. Please return to your dashboard where you will find your submission under Submitted Manuscripts. Here you will be able to check the status of your submission. Funding for this video was provided by CERT, the Center for International Reproductive Health Training at the University of Michigan.